Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz. That's all you get. That's my intro for today. I know. Much exciting, very fun. Lo-fi beats. There we go.
Poob.
Poobler?
I'm gonna play some Chieftain because I'm the I don't know.
I'm just expecting some
Oh,
molding in the background.
I'm already gonna start mold. Match me against double QQ platoon. Okay.
Droodles live late once again, yes. Every time somebody says I'm late, I'm gonna take an extra minute.
I sure do love going against the Leo 1 and the Lion one from QQ. I love going up against
A platoon with 2 times T95. Well, I don't have... You're getting two T95 games?
Yeah, we're just playing separately. And also because I'm a bit stupid, so I don't even know if I'm going to be good enough to grind it in time anyways.
Hello, Sag from Ukraine.
From Ukraine. Okay.
Pick my nose. Okay. How you doing, Hytronics?
What?
Oh yeah, I forgot to post your video. I'll post that probably tomorrow morning, Hytronics, on the Bashation.
We pushed out the QQ guys, which is okay. Oh, never mind.
Ooh, I'm top tier in a T95? Yes, please. Oh, yes. Bro, I'm about to boost.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, guys, what's your favorite iced tea? What's your favorite flavor?
Sugar honey.
If you don't have a favorite flavored iced tea, then you're lame.
I guess I'm lame.
You don't have a favorite iced tea? You're British! You're supposed to like tea!
I fucking hate tea. Suck on that.
You're supposed to have some tea and crumpets. Give me gold. That sounds like effort.
Peasant. Why am I I'm playing shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot to message Cora. Droodles, you don't like TDs having a high camo rating, but maps are too small to have TDs perma-spotted. Tank destroyers were fine previously. Wargaming didn't need to change the way the mechanics worked, so. Tank destroyers should not be able to outspot mediums nor light tanks, and they should... I don't have a problem with campy tank destroyers outspotting... What? Where did I get penned? What? Oh, you overmatched the lower... Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't have a problem with tank destroyers having good camo. I have a problem with 1895 having good camo. That doesn't make sense.
No way. Ain't no way. We're actually winning against QQ.
Bruh. Alright. Let's see. We got the 122. What? It was a perfect shot! Oh, well. What do you think of the Bashation game? It's a pretty good one. The only thing I specifically remember, because I recorded that about a week ago. Okay, my shells are just disappearing. The only thing I specifically remember was you shot full speed at like an E100 and it penned at like some crazy angle. And I was like, ain't no way. Alright, save you. What a terrible team. Bro, mouse tank. You gotta stop sucking, my dude. Okay. This is actually tragic. I mean, yeah, wow. It's crazy how I can be top tiered in a T95 and this is the team that I get. Like, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, let me get... Yeah, that's fun. That wasn't even an HE shell. He just AP'd me for 680 in the rear. Okay.
I have the QQ2 now. Yay. I hope they're not bad.
Well, the next highest on my team did 1400. Ooh.
I'll never mind. One of the guys in the QQ2 is literally called just the chill guy. He's
Bruh.
gonna block me. I set him on fire earlier. Oh, never mind.
These goobers on your Discord are averaging that NA and EU, they will average the same no matter what. I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter what other people say.
You can do well. I'm not very good, so I don't know.
Play Sheridan Missile Gravitizing. Thank you for the donation. And do some fun and gravitizing. The more you criticize wargaming, worse RNG you will have. No, I've always had terrible RNG. I could literally suck wargaming off and they'd still give me the worst RNG ever. I mean, look at this. Another tier 8 game. I can't wait for my team to, like, throw it.
I mean, no matter what I do, I'm just gonna get bad teams. My teams are like beetle bugglers.
Yep. That's Blitz.
Yeah, bot B is just bad.
I got Lorraine 40T today. Is it hard to play? It's definitely one of the harder tier 8s to play. In fact, I'd probably say the Lorraine 40 ton is one of the hardest tier 8s to play in the game. The armor is non-existent. While it does have quite a dangerous clip, at the end of the day, the clip doesn't really mean anything if you get caught out in the open and caught in 4K. So, it's a dangerous tank, but do be a little cautious. Okay, 50-41s all the way on the other side. I'm just going to go to this bush here, guys, and we're going to chill here. M41 degravitizing. Interesting. I'm just going to be constantly in the air. Bruh. It's like my teammates have one job, and it's to sit directly in front of me. Yeah, bro. It must be very challenging. Ooh, 200 damage. See, while the T95 sometimes is a very fun tank for me to play in, the problem is that it is still heavily limited by its mobility. And tanks that are limited by the mobility that they feature can be unenjoyable at certain moments. But other moments, the gun does have really good DPM, it has fantastic levels of penetration, so there are definitely areas I do like the T95 a lot in. This here is one of those moments. I mean, that's a nice little chunker into the rear of that E75. T95 run in a nutshell, matches over before you enter the fight. Well, sometimes you can actually make a pretty big impact in the game with the T95. The problem is that 50% of the games you play, you don't make an impact in because your team kills themselves before you even have, the opportunity to do anything. Like, some games you can do a lot, but like this game here, nah. This game, I made zero impact in this game whatsoever. Like, I did a decent HE there, 1,000 damage into that Emil, which put me at 2,800 damage. Like, that's not bad, but I could have been AFK and we would have won this game. I'm more excited when servers get merged. Yep, I am too, because it'll be interesting to see the opinions of players when the servers get merged. You know, the argument between, like, what's the hardest and easiest server to farm on, there's always a lot of Asia players that try to cry that their server's the hardest, and I was playing with a friend 2 days ago on Asia, and with 300 ping was going around 3,300 average damage, and it wasn't like I only played, like, 10 games. I played 15 games, I had my stat tracker on, because it wasn't a press account, so I went, like, 87% with, like, 3,300 while in tune. I haven't been able to go 80% on NA in a while. So, I always find it crazy you have these Asia players that always cry about their server being, like, the hardest, and then I go play on the server, and I'm like, okay, where's the hard part? I just feel like it's just another one of those examples where people make an excuse instead of just learning. The European server, the only major advantage you have on the European server over the North American server is that people don't YOLO on it, or Europe. Like, look at this game I played in my VK90, guys, and this is like a great example of like average NA gameplay. You just don't see this kind of stuff on EU.
I get used because my medium supports AFK. That's amazing.
Bruh. Dracula.
I lost literally all of my health.
Dracula's fun. Like, here, watch this 4005, guys. Look at this player. 4005 has 1800 health right now, right? This is the average NA player, though. This 4005 drives out in the open. Bull clips me, even though I'm in a German super heavy doing my job, right? Now he's at 400 health. I'm at 70 health. Then we have another autoloader that rolls around the corner. Thankfully, he's actually bad at the game. 4005 actually dies. So the autoloader, the 4005 killed himself. He YOLO'd, ruined my game, but in the process killed himself. And that is the average NA experience, is that you make a slight I'm not even aggressed. Like, I'm on my side of the map, doing a normal play, and a random-ass 4005 just YOLOs you. I mean, I know the guy, he's trash. But still, the fact that somebody can do that, take 1700 hit points off of you, and even if they kill themselves, still ruin your capabilities late game, it doesn't make a difference. That's why the NA server is worse. Because you take these EU players, there's somebody from Risk, you know the clan Risk, Lettuce?
Yeah, I don't know.
There was somebody from Risk in the VC like 2 days ago, and they had an NA account, and they played like 10 games and then literally quit and left. They said, I'm not playing on the NA server anymore, because he kept playing aggressive. He crossed on Port Bay, insta-died. He went far corner on Yukon, insta-died. And I explained to him, I said, you cannot make aggressive plays on NA the way you can on EU. The problem is, on EU, people are passive enough that you can make aggressive plays, and you're not going to get insta-nuked. On NA, you just have some random 183 sitting in a bush you would never predict. That just nukes you when you make the slightest aggression. And that's what happens. Everybody hates 183s. There's nothing that pisses me off more than 183s. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
Who was that 4005? That is the player who threw one of my comp team's chances at top 8 about 3 years ago. Bro still holds a grudge. Alright. Asia server player here. Love the not using their keyboard most of the time. What does that mean? Alright, here we go. But, as I always say, any EU player, you know, even the skilled ones, you can take players like Bay, who averages like 4K on the European server. Just have them come over to NA. You know, people always share their opinion on how the other servers play, but they don't really ever play on the other ones. I want to see, like, with the server merge that's going to be happening soon, people are going to be able to pick what server they play on. So I want to see people, you know, since these 4,000 average damage EU players say that, oh, well, it's a lot, it's just that your server doesn't have as much skill. Well, if that's the case, then you can prove that in about a month. I mean, personally, I don't really care. This map is pretty terrible. I will agree with that person who typed that in chat. This map's so open that, like, unless you're camping, everybody's shooting you. Well, I'm on the stupid Everfrost gravitizing map.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like a massive crater, so you just do nothing. Oh. Will you come visit us on EU? I mean, I've already played multiple thousand games on EU with my free-to-play account.
I mean, you average more than me on your free to play, and I was like, and I wasn't even in Noob MM because it's a 10K game or something.
Yeah, and then there's people that are like, oh, well, you've got Noob MM on your free-to-play, and I'm like, yeah, but I've tuned with people that aren't in Noob MM. Yo, guys, we love gravitizing. Oh, you have lives, I forgot. What great abilities I got here. Wow.
Sheridan's running away. Bonk. That was a decent game again. I did okay. Do a couple more and I'm gonna get off the VC and leave you guys in peace.
Small goober. I would honestly pay good money, though, to see a lot of these, like, 4K average EU players to come over to NA and see if they could average the same.
I'm just not gonna say anything because I never average 4K ever. I'm just so bad.
Well, I remember when Canavro talked a lot of trash, and then Bro came over to the NA server and tuned with me and averaged 2,000 damage.
I'm not gonna say anything about that.
You remember that?
What
And then he
was-
did...
what was-
Then he did a second stream with me because he wanted to redeem himself and did worse.
I don't know why people are so like concerned about V1. So like it's a team-based game. V1s don't mean shit.
Oh no, we were playing pubs.
Yeah, but like when he won, yeah, but like when you and him 1v1 each
Oh, that, yeah. And he won...
I just did,
He only won the 1v1 because he damaged my ammo rack in the T100 LT. Which he, like, even admitted to. Like, all the other games, if you added them up, were ties. And then he won that extra game with my damaged ammo rack and won. And if my ammo rack didn't get damaged, I would have won. Like... And not to mention, we then had a rematch, and I, like, smoked him in the rematch. But he didn't, obviously, post on that one.
like,
But, as I always say, I don't really care how my motor skill is, because I will still do better than them in an actual pub or comp situation.
oh, and I have motor issues actually. So I struggle with aiming most of the time. It's not like too bad, but it's definitely bad.
I've never had a 4K game. Huh? Your roommate is super quiet? Lettuce wishes.
Huh?
They said you're my roommate.
That's cool. Okay, buddy.
Bro, there's still 15 lives left on the enemy team, and there's been 6 minutes into the game. Ah! Boop! Goodbye, Sheridan. South America is on the NA server. I mean, it's just the NA server. That's all it is.
Didn't they merge those servers a while ago?
No, they've always been merged. They're separate, but they're the same thing. Ah.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm gonna get the other one. Oh no.
Well, guys, 3 minutes left. Only one tank's died. That Sheridan is doing the best he can to try and tunnel me.
Oh, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. No spawn.
T34-1, and would you mind sharing some of the tips for managing camo? I tend to get impatient and it doesn't always end well. What do you mean managing camo? You mean like not getting spotted?
Why does the 422 run away to shop you there? And he's running around. I just got killed by a 422 running rammer on a heat gun.
Bruh, that CS is so lame. Imagine camping with rewind Once again, rewind tanks really just ruin a lot of the fun in Blitz, for me at least. Because, like, why bother using any other tank when you can just rewind any damage?
That was so annoying. I got peaked by this random
Oh boy. Whoa.
And he lost. Awesome. What a great player.
Yep, there you go. Rewinds it again, guys. Isn't that skilled? It must be really skilled to camp in your spawn and just rewind every time somebody shoots you.
I don't like playing gravitizing because it's like you've got those bits of uprising and then you've got like no gravity, so you can't even like get shot.
I just always have found rewinding so stupid because there's no way to counter it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really play uprising or gravitizing. I mean, most of the game modes I don't really play because I don't really find it fun.
Can you play the 3485 Rudy? Yeah, I can.
Like, who at Ouija thinks, we're gonna make a game mode where you lose health every 5 seconds. That's fun.
That one's mad, no, that one's burning games.
The burning game. No idea why. It's crazy how I feel like a
Wow, that what is that? Wargaming?
Well, if I'm playing really badly, I'm just like, this is the clown that like booed people out of the group stages for the off-season.
Bruh.
Like, this crazy. Bro, this XM is getting gamed on by Centurion 7-1. What the hell? What are you doing, lad? Clown.
This is a much exciting game. Oh boy. Whoa! Over here I go!
Imagine being an XM, you could hold down, you can't actually get your gun on target, so you then like try and go forward and you still get okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna let you guys know, in the future, $2 donation does not equal gravitizing game, because this is 10 minutes of time. This is equivalent to 3 pub games. Like, it's alright, I'm not complaining, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's fair that somebody can donate for $2 and get 10 minutes of gameplay, and then somebody else can donate for $2 and get 2 minutes of gameplay. Especially because I didn't even accomplish anything there. That was very unfortunate. There you go. I don't like game modes that much. I think they're very boring, personally. There's no real reward. I mean, shared a missile's alright. It's just like, I don't know. Didn't really do anything. Let's see. Not getting spotted. I mean, not getting spotted, you usually just have to look at what your camo rating is, and then you can base it off of the camo rating your tank has. So, like, look at this T-34-1, for example, and then you see that it has 48% camo while moving, and what, 52% camo while stationary? No, it's 56% camo while stationary. So, this tank has pretty good camo, actually, and because of that, you can expect that you're going to get spotted at around 200-ish meters of distance from your opponents. And that depends on how much view range as well, but you can assume that around 200 meters of distance you'll be spotted. In general, if you get detected, you back into cover, you wait 10 seconds, and that's it. I mean, you should have a general idea when you're spotted and when you're not, just from when you're poking. So that's kind of how I would, also thank you for the donation, but that's how I usually, you know how I'm spotted. Like, if I'm shooting at somebody and they're more than 250 meters away, I know that I'm usually not going to be spotted until I press the fire button. Even if I'm in a heavy. Anything less than 250 meters, you will be spotted. Alright, here we go. I guarantee that that Dicker Max is not good at the game. It's always the loudest mouths that are very bad. Okay, it looks like our team is coming to support me here. So I'm gonna move right into this spot. Bonk. Now I actually really like the 34 one. This tank's a beast, honestly. That's mainly because of the fact that it's a lot of damage.
I like my tanks, but I'm bad at them, so yeah.
Bruh. You're not bad.
Yeah. Like, I only got 2.5k in my last 4-2 game and did put them all in.
I'd like for somebody to explain to me how that bounced.
To be fair though, how are you supposed to expect a tank in 4-2 to be sitting on the spawn, not shooting anybody with their heat gun, with gun ramp as well?
Because they're bad.
Yeah. I was gonna get like 3k in that game as well, so I was gonna...
How you doing, Flossie?
Man.
Flossie, did you see my message on your YouTube video earlier today? I didn't check if you replied.
Should we tell them about the funny Are You Retarded story?
Oh my god. I told him about it.
No, I mean like the chat. I think the chat would love to hear the Are You Retarded story.
Yeah, the Helldivers.
Yeah.
Just an aper. Ooh, can I H you again? I did! 400.
The most British guy you've ever heard chat. And he was like, and we dropped just outside of where he wanted us to go in Helldivers. Like we started the game like just outside where he wanted us to go.
Let's see.
So we just yelled at us. He was like, "Are you retarded? Are you guys retarded?"
T-3485, Rudy.
I pretty sure I team killed him as well because I thought he was gonna kill us first.
Yeah, you did team kill him.
I
Alright.
did, like, as soon as
Rudy.
I was saying it, I was like, oh, he's gonna be toxic, and I was just like, okay, might as well.
You
just...
did reply? Oh god. Let me see what Flossie replied to me.
I just ammo-racked a 113 for 2.1k health.
Bruh.
Let's go. Let's go. I mean, honestly.
I recorded this video in the morning, not home from college. You're home from college now!
Okay, I'll be honest, I don't like ammo-racking people most of the time, because it's like, I don't like the fact that it's just the game handing me a win. However,
Oh no, I'll gladly take an ammo rack.
And when it's some ape camping in his heavy, I'll happily take the ammo
There
rack.
we go.
Like, that's deserved.
No, I could care less who I ammo rack. Wargaming screws my RNG all the time, so I'll take any moment I can get.
Yeah, I think that's my second ammo rack in 2 days now, because I ammo racked a T22 medium who was YOLOing me.
I have not ammo racked anybody in at least a month now.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's just how my RNG works.
I mean, it wasn't RNG for me, because it's like the T22 had it coming. He YOLO'd a prog who shot him and crit his ammo rack.
Got the
And he
Rudy
didn't
from a
fix the
container
ammo rack,
bastard.
so then I just shot him in the same place and he blew up. It's not
The
like
Rudy's alright. I mean, if you get it from a container, it's... I'll be honest, it's one of the worst tier 7s.
I'm gonna chat for a minute and then I'm gonna go to bed.
You're gonna poobler.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rudy is just... It's kind of average.
I wanna type in chat. Bleh.
I'm gonna type in chat. Blah.
Yeah.
Could you play a
Yeah.
game with the Dracula? Dracula's fun. Yeah, I can do that. But yeah,
You know what's also fun? You know what's also fun?
What?
Anything other than the Dracula.
Well, I've been grinding so
mean,
hard
also
for the
too, it's
past
really
days to
good.
finish the new
One of
event.
my
You
favorite
don't even
icons.
run the 4202 with the hash gun!
I've been running it with the hash gun all day.
Yeah, and do you like it?
Yes, it's better.
Good.
I was just doing it to troll you.
Bow down to the hash gods.
I literally play hash tanks mostly now.
Good.
Like if I look at today's stats, hey, I raised my win rate by
Good.
3%. And I raised my average damage. Oh wow, okay.
Alright,
Damn.
well, let's see. Rudy Lamau feels like 2016, yeah. The Rudy, like, the problem is it's got the same gun as, like, all the other Tier 7 Soviet mediums. Same gun as the KB-13, same gun as the T-44-85. It's just, you don't have enough pen to really do anything against Tier 8s. You have DPM, but so does, you know, tanks like the M41 Bulldog and M41D, and both of those tanks have more mobility, camo, and pen. Like, it's not a bad tank, but at the same time, you're not going to be seeing anybody get, like, some crazy high damage carries in the T-34-85s. Play Type 71, thank you. Haven't played it yet. Yeah, it's mid. Or 202 without the Hesh gun, what's the point? Yeah, it's like driving a BZ-75 with a 130mm. Somebody was the other day saying that they drive it with the 130, and I was like, okay, and?
That's gonna trigger some people.
Oh, we got an AMX here. The other problem with this tank is its armor is pretty useless. Come on. Yes! I don't know why that player didn't shoot at me, but I'm not gonna complain. Time to rush Something Wong.
That's great. And boop.
Thank you.
A good gun.
Ooh, 289 damage high explosive.
I'm bad.
Bruh.
I missed a shell.
I thought you were done playing Blitz.
Yeah, but okay. They were just
But
camping.
the addiction came back.
Yeah, I also just want to play with my friends, so I might as well just get good. And it's not peek in front of a
Let's
bunch
see
of
if I can
keys
get the
again.
Cryos. Bonk.
I don't know what to do right now. Cause
What are you gonna do? Die. Oh, well, that was pretty
I
easy.
have. He's dead. Nice. Oh fuck.
Rudy Field.
Well, I
I
need
already
to-
read that. I'm more late than Droodles. You weren't even there for like the last 3 days, Lemon.
I love Sheridan players, man. I love Sheridan players. They're silly little things. Had one like, cause I'm on. Full screen right
Okay.
now. Had one Sheridan
BZ
try and peek me.
130
Like,
is good.
Ashing his on the side when he's like trying to yell for help to get a shot at me, and he just like, bounces me.
The problem with the BZ 130 is there's literally no point to run the tank with the 130. Unless you're like a 40%er and you're starting off, there's no point to run this tank with the 130mm. You're going to be much better off with a 5A with the 130mm, or literally any other 130mm tank. Like, drive a frickin' IS-7 if you want a 130. There's no point to drive a BZ with the 130. Let's see. Let's see. What was the next donation? The Gravedigger. Alright. See if I can ace it. I mean, I'll try. Really, the only way you're going to ace in the Gravedigger is if you are placed in a top-tier match. The problem is the vehicle features very, very poor accuracy, and while its pen is actually surprisingly good, it's got like 250 mils of APCR premium, you just aren't reliably going to be dealing with higher tier tanks. Your gold does a lot less damage than your standard, and, you know, pretend there's like, I don't know, a Tiger 2 up against you. You're loading gold, you're barely penning it, dude shoots you back for 310. It doesn't do a great job against tier 8s, but, well, yeah, it doesn't do a great job against tier 8s. Me goes up against 5 tier 8s, bruh. Yeah, unfortunate. I told people I play Fortnite, bruh. Flossy's Kringler. Alright, here we go. I said, why get BZ if you're gonna get the 130? Yeah, I don't really see a reason to. I'm I'm addicted to bad RNG and bad teams. Well, Botby is the game to play. It is. It's definitely the game to play if you have a gambling addiction.
I still don't like how.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, well, the sixth didn't pen. Unfortunate. And I actually lost just about the same I dealt. Very sad.
War gamers game on television is just like, yo guys, let's get kids into gambling. That's a great idea.
I'm gonna flank over here. And I can't do anything to that Charlemagne, unfortunately.
I have wow.
Hmm.
Really good play from our back side. Yo,
Alright, I'm gonna move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, how many shells? Oh, this tank does get 6. Okay. I don't know why I thought it only had 5. I mean, it doesn't really matter. 5 and 6, you're only dealing like an extra 90 damage. Alright. Moving up. 54 Shark. I'm going to roll off to the rear of the Shark if I can. Gravedigger against tier 8s. Yeah, it's just not a great combo. But sometimes you can still do well in it. Like here, I can get a pretty good clip into this Shark. 572, and then he rams me. This thing's actually quite heavy. You don't want to get rammed by a Gravedigger. There you go. What's the play, yes, TJ? Actually, I don't like this situation I'm in here. I'm gonna angle the turret this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, almost an even trade, but not great. This will most likely be a loss, but we'll see. Yeah, there's the Hovry. Oh, Hovry screwed up his shot, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Yag Tiger, I believe. Yes! Okay, Yag Tiger did a decent job there. Now I have to reload. Even on the STG. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Come on, Super Hellcat. Rush me. Yes. Okay, okay, okay. I just need to reload for 5 more seconds, then I can get the clearance of the Super Hellcat. Oh. Okay. Boom. Boom. Nope, not able to get that. Nope, nope, nope. Yes! Okay, I'm still alive. We still have a mill. This is winnable. This is winnable. Somehow this is winnable. Lettuce yapping on low off volume in the back is making me laugh. That's funny. Flossie and Droodles Fortnite hot tub stream when? Okay. Pay me. What'd I say? For $500 I'll wear a maid outfit? But, like, nobody will ever do that, so it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to find this ISU. Where did he go? I'm gonna sniff him out with my big nose. I think he's around this corner. Let's trace the steps of a 40%er. So he probably went over here. Oh, I might be dead. Cross. I don't know where he is. The mill spotted too? Uh-oh. I don't know where this guy would be. That's not good. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I mean by frickin' tank destroyers outspotting heavies. Tank destroyers should have equal view range to, like, heavies. Or not view range, but, like, heavies should have more view range. If tank destroyers are going to have more camo, heavies should have more view range. Problem is, we're giving nerfed the view range of heavies, buffed the camo of tank destroyers, and didn't touch their view range. So basically, tank destroyers got a massive buff, even though they were already one of the top performing classes, and now heavies just kind of sit here and can't do anything because they get outspotted by a tank destroyer. Isn't that fun? Oh. Me waiting with my 180 gold for the awesome draw to come out, bro. Just save your gold. That's like going to the dumpster looking for food at like a McDonald's. Is he AFK? No, he's not. Okay. I mean, I'll just sit here and wait, bro. This is your decision to wait here, okay? Uh-huh. Uh-huh, yep, yep. Uh-huh, yeah, El Bozo. Well, my 40%er brain was not that far off. Let me join the VC. Bro, I already have lettuce in the VC. I can't have another lettuce in the VC. That's a pretty good game, though. 3,200 damage. Every now and then you can do well in the Gravedigger. I didn't ace it, but that was about as good of a game as you were getting in this thing, so I'm not going to complain at all. Thankfully, he bounced me. If he didn't, that game would have been very annoying. Wait until tax refund season. Someone out there will get you into the maid outfit. Nah, it won't happen. They had all Christmas. That's when everybody has money. That's when they get their Christmas bonuses. Dracula, and then type 71. Alright. The Dracula. Is it worth to spend my free XP on the T95? No. You should save your free XP for the modules on the T95. I say it all the time. Grind the tank. Even if the T28's terrible, just go into gravitizing. You're literally going to earn on average with a ×5 booster. And by the way, you can't even say, oh, I can't get ×5 boosters. Right now, in this draw, you can get 5 ×5 boosters. If you average with your T28 per win, I don't know, 1,000 XP to, let's say even 2,000 XP, because this is gravitizing where you can deal a lot of damage. 2,000 XP ×5 is 10,000 XP. With those 5 games, you can literally earn 50,000 XP. And you can get another 5 of them in, like, one day, and another 1 day. Like, it's not very hard to get XP. It's a lot harder to get free XP. Let's see what we get here. I guess I haven't played enough tank destroyers. Oh well. What is the drop chance of the certificate for the Astron? Ah. It's actually not the lowest. The premium tank container 1 is the lowest. Well, that's good, actually. Because it means you can get your Astron parts a little bit sooner. How much does this go up to? 80. Oof. It's quite expensive. Alright. Nope. Dracula it is. I have like 40 ×5 boosters. Bruh. Finish the Draga? The heck's Draga? How you doing, Eco? Bro said to save the gold that encourages us to gamble. Yeah. Do you know that's a free event, right? Crazy, bro. I'm all for a maid outfit if someone donates enough to me. Eco, you've got like hair out the wazoo. You're gonna have to shave if you put on a maid outfit. Alright, here we go. Listen, everybody's got a price tag. Ah, yes. We love defenders. Even if he's not a good player, it does not matter. I cannot do anything against a Defender Mark 1 in a Dracula. Well, this is a loss. Welcome to Blitz, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Blitz. There's nothing you can do about these games. Fort Despair is probably the worst map in the game, to be honest. I think Castilla is up there, but at least in Castilla you can do something in most tank classes. Fort Despair, you literally cannot do anything in like a medium half the time. It's tragic. You sit there in a medium and you're like, wow, what a truly exciting game. Like, look at our mediums. I'm in a tier 7, so I'm dependent on my tier 8s to not die. I've already lost both of my tier 8 mediums. My cursed player's already nuked. All I can reliably do is flank and hope that their team isn't there. But they have 2 platooning tank destroyers, which means... Oh, well, okay. Which means even if I flank, most likely I'll run into those tank destroyers and have to run away. How fun. Oh, yeah. And I'm spotted because of that Defender Mark 1, because that's how camo mechanics work, I guess. Let me take a quick blind shot at that Skoda, and now I have to leave, because if I don't, as I said, those tank destroyers will probably turn around and absolutely obliterate me. Yep, there you go, spotted. Once again, tank destroyers outspotting medium tanks, how fun. Not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do here. Yep, wow. Oh. Truly incredible. Truly incredible. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh. Wow. So fun. There you go. Finally got a shell out. Really? Come on, Drac. Oh, what? I can't. I actually can't. Just bouncing a Dracula. Okay. Oh, yep, that goes low. Wow. I really don't think that there's a player that has worse RNG than me in the game, bro. I really don't. Like, it's crazy to me how I can just miss all of these shots. Wow. 766 damage in that game. That's crazy. What a great job from my team. That was winnable. No one said a woman's maid outfit. Yeah, what did you think? They have male maid outfits? Yeah, bro. Crazy good team. Gotta love when the 48%er gives you a thumb down, clearly. It must be a Black Label Berserker there, bro. Rigged games, scheme. Have a good one, Lemon. Let's see. Type 71? Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that Dracula game. Maybe I'll do the Dracula in a little bit. That right there is classic NA gameplay, though. It's just like, you sit there, you watch your team die, and then it's over. Alright, Type 71. Type 71. You still playing Blitz Lettuce?
Yeah, my teams are falling off now for some reason. It's like, I have an entire team hold on tanks and I'm not even pushing the hell on mines. Like, at all.
You're getting the opposite teams I just had.
Yeah, I'm getting the classic E teams where they just all just, like, refuse to move.
Can you last the BZ? What? Can you the last BZ? I don't know what that means. I speak English.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
Here we go. We have arrived on Yukon. You can suck. Wait a sec. Oh, I still have gun depression on this. Interesting. I guess I think that's gun depression. That looks like gun depression. It's hard to really tell, but I would assume, yeah, that's definitely gun depression. Yeah. I had swapped it to speed on, I guess, my main account. 48% are giving you thumbs down. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Peak what be?
It's my fault my tier 8 mediums died in like the first 10 seconds and threw the game for everybody. Literally, when you lose your mediums, you lose the game. Like, if you lose them immediately, you just immediately lost the game.
Frog just snapshots me twice in the rifle on the move. Like, okay, dude.
Fallen, there ain't no way you're donating for that. Alright, there you go. Easy gun. I don't want to move up. Every time I make a slightly aggressive play, I just die.
What?
No! Why is the leopard crossing now? Okay, whatever. At least I got a high explosive into the enemy Waffenträger. Not bad at all. Really. It's crazy to me how people just get away with these plays. I have an AMX M4 right here, but evidently it's too challenging to do your job at an AMX. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it's not going too well for you anymore, Waffenträger. Uh-huh. Okay, well, once again, another loss because the medium flank fell apart in the first 10 seconds. I mean, this game is winnable, but I don't think it will be a win unless our heavies actually grow a pair and do something, because right now it's looking pretty bad. Okay, I'm going to move up on the C100. Actually, I'm going to try and help out the AMX. One shell into the KPZ. I like how the KPZ's tunneling me too. It's pretty funny. But all that AMX has to do is pen that. And then I'm going to try and... Yes! You're welcome, AMX. I saved you there. Alright. Easy shell into the lower plate of the 100. Well, actually, we are going to win this, rather surprisingly. More reasons why the Type 71's a beast. And because the C100's running the dirt gun, he has no DPM. And I can move up and get these other two tanks cleared. I will out of spite. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Why is bro challenging Fallen out of all people? There's no way Fallen will donate $500.
Moves. Where?
Bro, do we have to take this corner as wide as humanly possible? Oh, I guess Lettuce is leaving. Alright, and 3, 2, 1, boop. There you go. Yeet! What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Well, I can tell you what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be called Get Blocked by my AMX. Thanks, bro. Next time I won't save you. No, I'll take it. I did fine. 4,800 damage, not too bad at all. Pretty good, actually. At the end of the day, we can see why the Type 71 is still a beast. I don't know what planet Dizzy's living on where he says this tank isn't very good. Every time I drive it, I have a fairly enjoyable experience. Dizzy! Ain't no way you're still saying that. Ain't no way. In terms of fun, I will agree it is mid. I don't find it the most exciting tank to drive. But in terms of capability, the Type 71 is one of the most effective tanks. Alright. Here we go again. Nah. Everybody can have their own opinions. It doesn't matter to me. Other people's opinions don't affect how I play my tanks, right? Dizzy likes the Waffenträger. I don't. It's very simple stuff. Write this. February 18th is my donation date. Well, you should donate on February 9th because that's my birthday. See? Easy. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. What should I play in? Yeah, let me try the 100. I actually had pretty fun in the 100 today. Games are pretty good. Alright. Ren is here. Ren is here. Indeed, Ren was in VC a moment ago. You can actually talk about crew skills in a video, because I think that's one of the least known things in the game. I mean, personally, I think crew skills are unfair. Driving to base A. What am I reading here? What are you guys doing? This camo does look sick, though. I will say that. I don't know why, but just winter camos in general look way better. I hate the yo. Only good yo is the 3. Bad opinion. The whole yo line from tier 8 and above is fantastic. Shit. Oh, BZ. Oh no, bro. A terrible roll once again. It's always crazy to me how I can have 660 damage per shot, yet my damage will be 560 on my roll. So close, bruh. So incredibly close to being able to hit that 268. That's so sad. I don't want to shoot you. I want to shoot the E4. There you go. Because the E4 is a bigger threat. Sheridan will never bounce, because it's a Sheridan. How you doing today, Dizzy? Great shot from our minnow. Must be very hard to shoot the fully exposed lower plate. Oh, yep. Great shot from our minnow. I like how the Sheridan's literally just YOLOing me and getting away with it. Isn't that fun? Isn't it fun how light tanks can do whatever they want, not get punished? That's really fun. And roll 600 damage, because it's a light tank with a 155mm cannon. Ah, yes. See, now that's the kind of roll I like to see. 769, that is an absolute juicer from the 100. That's definitely where this gun does feel really, really nice. I don't need to trade with him at all. I don't need to do anything like that. I can just reload a little bit longer. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There you go. 658. My team's doing a great job, though, aren't they? Yeah, they're truly doing a fantastic job. I'm keeping an eye on that Sheridan. I can tell you right now, I will clear that Sheridan. Like, if he tries to poke me, I will take him out of the game. Okay, Sheridan shot, which means I can move up on the motion. I can get a clear onto his tank. And then play it from here. There you go. Easy clear. Alright, so we still have the 704, and he's fighting the T95. Hopefully that Sheridan doesn't make his way behind me. I'm going to try and push up and get a shot. Yes! Okay, 704 got the clear. I would assume that Sheridan's going to go for the 704, which means I can go for the 268. Isn't it funny how the 268 just spots me? Okay, what? What are you doing over here, my dude? There you go. Okay. Now, that Sheridan again is the big problem. So what I need to do is I need to position my tank in a way that the Sheridan can't hit me. So I'm just going to have to tank the shot from the 268. Yeah. I don't really have a choice because I don't want to have the situation where that Sheridan also has the ability to shoot me. Yeah. Oh, they still have a WZ. Oh. Oh, how fun. So 2 super heavies versus 2 light tanks. Gee, I wonder who's going to win, guys. I can tell you who's not going to win, and it's us. Yep, there you go. Isn't that fun? It's really fun to drive a super heavy and go up against 2 light tanks. It's a winnable situation, right? Definitely. definitely. Especially the fact that they get 2 tier 10 lights, and we get a tier 9 light. Willy Stroker. Oh, you know our light tank was great. At the end of the day, super heavies are pointless. It does not matter what you do. I did 5,000 damage this game. And I mean, look at my light tank, bro. There you go, 600 damage, and there's my medium. They're always the bottom players. You always rely on your mediums to do a good job. They're always bad. And then you look at the enemy lights, and they're always top. 3,200 damage. Like, it's just crazy to me. They get 2 60% light tank players, and I get a 51% and a 46%. Yeah, that's winnable. What are you supposed to do? I can't outspot them. I can't do anything. There's no counter. Wow, that's fun. That's fun. Okay. You got a donation to play the Project Confander 7? I think Saki wanted to tune it with me, but I can do it. How you doing, Miko? You goofer. Alright, here we go. Battle. Looks fun to play pubs. Yeah, it's really fun. See, Dizzy, instead of arguing which gun we like more on the 100, instead we should be arguing about why pubs are trash. Because they are. They really are. It's hard to enjoy Blitz right now. It really is. Especially in a heavy. If you play a medium, you can do fine. But the problem is I find heavies more fun than mediums. I do fine in mediums. In fact, I do more than fine in mediums. Like, I had some of the highest T100 LT stats when I played the tank. My main account's got like almost 80% with like 300 games in the tank. Like, I do very well in light tanks. When I play comp, ideally I'd like to be a light player. But that doesn't take away the fact that I also like playing heavies. Heavies are a more chill, aggressive playstyle, and I'm the kind of player that likes to play aggressive. I like to play frontline, and I like high alpha, big, chunky guns, and light tanks don't really get that. There's only a couple light or mediums that have high alpha, and the ones that do are not very unique. You know, it's just the Sheridan and the 121, and I don't want to play them every second. So you just run into the situation of the fact that I'm driving heavies a lot. People donate a lot for heavies. And, yeah. Driving heavies right now feels pretty terrible. Certain heavies are good. But most of them aren't. Good poke, Project Luis. Now, the Project Confander is pretty dang silly. Like, the level of armor this tank has, the accuracy, too. Like, I do think that this tank is, in my opinion, in the OP category for tier 9s. It's just, like, everything about this tank is fantastic. Can't say Cheetah Luis, but 380 damage is still pretty good. We've already dealt 2,400 this game, which is pretty solid if you ask me. There you go. And we reload again. 3, 2, 1. Boop, boop, boop. Unfortunate. What's impressive to me is I'm the only person on the hill now. Okay. Yeah, bro. Let's trade with a tank that has more alpha than me. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. You're doing great. Ooh. You're getting me real good. Oh, look at that. You now have 260 health left. Do you want to keep testing your luck? Come on, let's test it. Come on. Well, bye. You're a tier 8. I'm in a tier 9. You do not have nearly the power I do. This is why tier 9s are so fun when you get into like a tier 8 matchup, because you get these overconfident players who think they're the shit, and then they get turned into a pile of trash because, I mean, what do? You can't counter my tank. I have more alpha, I have the same DPM as you, I've got way more pen. Uh-huh. See ya. How you doing, Kevin? I'm too poor to donate. We had a Vickers MBT. I don't even know how bro's so low on health. I mean, so far, I've basically single-handedly won our team this game. I'm at 5,000 damage. Like, I don't know what else I could have done in this game to give our team an easier chance here. Alright, bonk, 280. It's a low roll, but it doesn't really matter. Still penned him. 3 more seconds, I'll have another shot. There you go. 5,700 damage. This tank is just so nice. It really is. You also can't get your hands on it anymore. DPM and alpha are a tad low. Is the DPM low? Dysphoric, just out of curiosity. What is low DPM? Like, I always see people type that comment. Oh, this tank has low DPM. Does it? Does this tank actually have low DPM? Or is it just you saying that it has low DPM? And like, it is a great tank. I agree with your comment there. But the DPM is not a problem. I mean, I just did 6,000 damage. And, I mean, dominated the ridgeline. Let's see. Let's see if the DPM is truly low. Okay. Tankopedia. Germany, tier 9. DPM is the 12th highest out of the 34 heavies, so it is in the top 30% of damage per minute. Where's the idea that this tank is bad DPM coming from? This is what I don't understand. It's in the top 10 of heavies, basically, for damage per minute. It's not bad DPM. It's not average either for a tier 9 heavy, hee. I don't understand where people get these ideas from that like, oh, this tank has bad DPM. It doesn't. It doesn't. Understand the stats that you're talking about before you say them. Bad DPM for a tier 9 heavy is something like a WZ-114. 29 out of 34 at 2,100. It's about 200 less on the KPZ. In general, the tier 9 heavies all have similar DPM. Probably the lowest is something like a KV Junior. Yeah, there you go. 1,900 damage per minute. That is the lowest DPM. The lowest DPM in the tier. It's about the same as the 50 TP. Not really. 50 TP has quite a bit worse DPM, 2212, and the Project 07 has 2,400. It's about 200 more damage per minute. This is quite a solid amount of DPM for a heavy. It's not about the same DPM as 50 TP. And if you were gonna say, oh, maybe I meant the 50 TP Proto, well, the 50 TP Proto has even worse DPM. It's ranked at 21 out of 34. Neither of the 50 TPs have similar DPM, and the Lorraine 50 ton has some of the highest DPM. It's not low. It's actually quite good. I'm not doing this to like bash you. I'm doing this because I'm sick and tired of every time a new heavy comes out, oh, it doesn't have 8,000 damage per minute. It's low. It's not low DPM. It's actually quite good. When you set the bar that 2,300 damage per minute is low, then you're telling Wargaming, okay, let's make heavies now that have 2,600 DPM as the average. That's not good. I did never call it bad. You said, and I quote, one sec. DPM and alpha are tad low. It's not low. Well, why you have to argue this with me? Like, this is why I get into arguments with people, because instead of them just being like, yeah, okay, the DPM is actually pretty good, it's just argument. Just admit the DPM's all right and move on. But instead you drag a conversation on for 10 minutes because then you have to say, oh, well, how is it compared to the 50 TP? How's it compared to this, that? It's not this isn't supposed to be an argument. I'm always sick and tired of when people are like, oh, a Conf Panzer 70's DPM is bad. It's not, you know? And I'm not even trying to attack you. It's just like, why do we have to argue this? This isn't an argument. Is 2,500 DPM average for you? Alright. let's see. I'm gonna do, we'll do 3 more games today. I have to eat dinner. So yeah, we'll do 3 more games. 3 more games. What tanks do you guys want to see? I do great on the tier 8 grill. I don't know what that is. The Scorpion? What are we saying? I was pointing out a small negative. Alright, Dysphoric, I want you to type out for me, okay, because it's a negative, I want you to explain to me how a tank that is ranked within the top 12 of the highest DPM, so it's one of the better damage per minute heavies. I want you to type out to me how good DPM in your mind is bad. That's what I want you to type out to me. And when you can type that, I will bow down. But until then, yeah, I'm not going to. Alright. What was I going to play in? I'm going to do the Scorpion G. T49, I did a dono. Did you? Oh, I think you did, actually. All right, I'll do the T49 after this. Even if KPZ only has 1.8. The KPZ doesn't have 1,800 DPM, though. Where are we getting that number from? The Kampfpanzer has 2,200 DPM. You mean even if... What? I don't know what we're talking about. It's very confusing. I'm getting confused. You guys are very confusing. KPZ 70T has about 2,200 effective damage per minute. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. And now you're getting overreactive and mad, Dysphoric. Yep. Welcome to the Blitz player base, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what I say or what I do, basically I have to suck you off for you to win the argument. You're right, Dysphoric. You know what? You're right. 2,300 DPM is a tad too low for one of the strongest tier 9 heavies in the game. The alpha is a bit too low. I think that the vehicle should get 400 alpha and 2,800 damage per minute. That way it's comparable to an IS-8. You know, that's, you know, I just, whatever. You win. You win, bro. I think that's what we should do, guys. I think we should give it more DPM, you know. Whatever. It's just, no matter what I do, I can't win. Like, seriously, guys, it doesn't matter what I say, I will never win. You could literally have a Leopard, and somebody would say, like, oh, the DPM is not that good on the Leopard, and I'd, like, point out that that's wrong, and they'd be like, oh, no, you're wrong. It doesn't matter what I do. It really doesn't. It's crazy. It's crazy. Woo. I'm annoyed at you strawmanning. I'm not strawmanning. You said the Alright, so let's unravel this mystery here, guys, right? So somebody types in the chat, the DPM is a tad too low on a tank. When the vehicle itself has some of the highest DPM for a tier 9 heavy in its class. Then they start to compare it to other tanks, which it still has more DPM than. I don't understand how you're turning this argument on me. You said it's low. You said, you quoted as saying the DPM is a tad too low. Now, unless you're illiterate and don't know what you're typing, a tad too low means you don't think the DPM on the Kampfpanzer is high enough. So you, the person who typed it, said, if the DPM is a tad too low, you personally would like the DPM higher. I then pointed out, as a person with a working brain, that, well, actually the DPM is quite solid for a tier 9 heavy, and I don't like when people say vehicles that have good DPM are a tad too low. I don't understand what we are arguing here. This isn't an argument. I'm getting very frustrated, bro. And we had an argument in the past, too, that was really stupid, too. It's crazy how you shift the blame onto me, though. Crazy. Whatever. Whatever. Your opinion. Keep it to yourself. Every time I stream, there's some stupid comment that just somebody keeps arguing over and over and over. Oh, really? Really? You want to tunnel me? I just always find it crazy how no matter what, I'm the bad guy. Like, no matter what I do or what I say, I'm always the bad guy. If I disagree with somebody's opinion, I'm the bad guy, you know? That's what I always find crazy. Like, I would love... These are the kind of people that I would love to have in a VC with me. Like, Disfork, I would love for you to debate your opinions with me in an actual VC. The problem is with people is that when I have like a debate stream, the actual people who would debate me will never go into a VC with me, because the moment I would get into a voice chat with them, they would have no argument. This would be over in 5 seconds if this was in a VC. But what happens is you're able to type some random response, and then it just defeats the whole purpose. Disfork never argued. Okay, so let's read this, right? Disfork never argued. So let's go back. Let's go back, right? Let's start at the beginning of this, and let's see how I'm the bad guy and I'm in the wrong, right? Because I'm always the one who's in the wrong, clearly, you know? So, the first comment is, and I quote, "The KPZ has a tad too low alpha in DPM, but otherwise is an amazing tank," right? Then I say, I'm sick of people saying the DPM on tanks that have good DPM is low, and then he replies something like, "The Lorraine 50-ton has the same alpha, but much more DPM. And the KPZ, or not the KPZ, the 50 TP has the same DPM." Which then I point out the KPZ has quite a bit worse DPM. Both the 50Ts have worse DPM. And then I also point out that the Lorraine is one of the highest DPM heavies in the game. And then he says he never said the DPM was low, even though he did. Like, what? It's like we're gaslighting me into something that didn't happen when it did. And then what's crazy is that they will get mad at me, right? This is the part that's crazy, is then you will see somebody who I have this conversation with either cry about me on Reddit, go to another YouTuber, and be like, "Oh, Droodles is toxic because he disagreed with me." Like, I don't have problems when people have their own opinions, right? I have no problem with people having their own opinion. And you can have an opinion. But it's not an opinion when you type something that's blatantly wrong. Like, as I said, all that had to be done was when I said, no, the DPM's actually pretty good, and I show the stats as something like, oh, I didn't know that. The DPM's actually pretty good. And then we move on. But instead, you then bring up different tanks and compare it to this and that. Why? And then you say I'm strawmanning you and this. It's just, to me, as a content creator, it's very irritating. Droodles is a great player, but I'm saying everyone can have their own opinion. It's not an opinion, though. So is it an opinion that the Leopard 1 is the best DPM for a medium in tier 10? No. How is that an opinion? I don't understand this. That's the problem here. You're basing an opinion off of something that isn't an opinion. Like, this isn't a debate. This was the whole start of the conversation. You're debating something that's literally set in stone. It's like arguing the alpha damage of a T-49. Like, it's not a debate. But you turn it into one. And that's the problem sometimes. And it's what I take problems with. I don't like arguing with people. But it also gets me incredibly frustrated when I have to argue with people over the stupidest things. Also, I think I blind shot that Barask. It's a little bit higher than average. Yeah. Which is fine. It's completely fine. It's just, it's very annoying to try and keep everything factual and then have people type misinformation. It doesn't feel amazing next to a K91 or an Object 752. It shouldn't, though. Those are two of the most overpowered tanks in the game, Discord. Do we want another Comp Panzer, or not a Comp Panzer, do we want another 752? Do we want more tanks in Tier 8 that have autoloaders with clipping potential that can literally ruin your game even if you're up against a Tier 10? No, we want balanced tanks in Blitz. That was just a bad shot for me. Really? Okay, I guess I'm being hatched by an SU-130. Another great team. I don't like these arguments, they make me upset. You're not the only person. To me, it just makes me upset when I have to argue things that are so trivial. And then I get gaslit into being, like, told, oh, no, I didn't say that. Oh. Oh, well. Autoloaders just dominate, as usual. If you go to Blitzkit and select Tier 9 Heavies, the KPZ is at the green. It's the midpoint of DPMs. Yeah. Well, I mean, we already did that. It's 12 out of 34. It's in the top 30%. Ooh, a great team there. Alright. My dono was as ignores. No, somebody donated for the T49 earlier, so I said I was going to do the T49 first. Thank you for the donation for the 1357. Listen, guys, I can't get to every single donation at once. Like, believe it or not, but there are games that I have to play from other people, too. You might need to take a break from streaming. All the brain rot is real killer. It's just... It's very irritating to me as a content creator and someone who prefers fact over opinion when people try to justify their opinions as fact. That's what's very irritating to me. And you know, if somebody says something and then I, you know, disagree with that and I have factual reasoning to why, then usually I expect that person to be like, okay, understood, and we move on. But the problem is, instead what you get is you get people that will never back down from their opinions. No matter what. It doesn't matter what you say. They will never back down from their opinions. You can get players who average 4,000 damage on EU, and they'll argue all day that NA is an easier server, that, oh, NA I can average 4K on, but they will never, ever play on NA, because they know if they don't perform the average, everything that they've argued is wrong. It's why you never see these players who average 4K on EU ever once have the balls to go onto the NA server and do it. Because they know, as I said, if they're wrong, now they have to own up to being wrong. Why do that when you can just be a keyboard warrior and type what you think and not actually have it be real? It's why you see people playing same control mode. Why fight skilled opponents when you can artificially make your teammates easier? And it's the same thing that I get when you're ready to spam donations. Well, unfortunately, today, Fallen, I have to eat dinner after this, and it's with my family, because they're over, so probably gonna have to save them for tomorrow, you poober. I always think the KPZ's great, just like the first time. I didn't say that you wouldn't, but I don't. The one has nothing to do with the other. I mean, I don't know. How does that have to do with anything? I mean, you can think that a mouse is great, but it still has a really bad gun. I mean, everybody agrees on that. You can think that a Badger is great, but the on-movement dispersion and aiming time are absolutely atrocious, and that's understandable. Just because you think a tank is great doesn't mean you can't not enjoy other aspects about it. One has nothing to do with the other. They're non-seculatories. It's when I... Okay, bro. I guess that tank just has 8,000 DPM. I'm so sick and tired of arguing the most useless shit because nobody ever will... Oh, am I still spotted? No, okay. Because, like, nobody ever just admits to something. Like, you still haven't admitted to it. So, whatever. Really, at the end of the day, it's not my problem. But it is misinformation, and I don't like when people spread misinformation. At least on my channel. DPM is dead middle? That's actually not true either. And it's in the top 30% of heavies. That's quite a difference. If I told you that you won the lottery and you were going to get 66% of the winnings, or 50% of the winnings, I think you'd rather have 66% of the winnings. It is the 12th highest DPM heavy. Okay, gun. It is actually quite good damage per minute for the tier 9 heavies class. It's not dead middle. Dead middle is 2200. The tank is 2400. Dead middle is tanks like the 50 TP. But once again, it's an argument. You have to... just whatever. I'm done. I'm not arguing. I'm not even going to bother talking to you anymore. It's a waste of my time. Alright, how are you guys doing? I'm close to 20 subs. That's good, Badger. Oh, great. Of course. The moment I reload my clip. I shouldn't have reloaded it, though. That's my fault. Ooh. I mean, I'm cooked either way, because the Keeler's most likely going to roll around. Yeah. Unfortunate. If I hadn't reloaded the clip, I probably could have won this game, but I wasn't thinking. Autoloader on mouse is excellent? What? What am I reading? The autoloader on a mouse is excellent. Oh, you mean the mouse tank. Thanks for all the informative videos. No problem, my dude. Let's do one last game, because that was a really, really unfortunate battle. Why would you eat with your family? You can be here with us. Yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, thank you for the donation, KK. I listened to you and I got better at the game. Dogs will bark like this and ruin our fun. Can you play an STB? Sure. Let's do the last game in the STB 1. Alrighty. Listen, guys, for everybody watching the stream, in general, I have no problem if you have opinions, right? If one of you in the chat thinks that the M6 show is better with the 3-shot, and that's your opinion, then I'm not going to argue that. I think both guns are great. If one of you thinks that the 116 F3 is better than the IS-7, and you do better in the 116, then that's your opinion. And even if the IS-7 for me is a better tank and more enjoyable, hey, maybe you're really good in the 116. Those are all fair arguments that you can have. But at the same time, it's when you say something that is not an opinion, and it is something that can be disproven on paper, that is when I will actually make a counterpoint, you know? That's when I'll make a counterpoint. Now, if you say a tank's bad, and I know it's good, I will also disagree. You know, if somebody typed in chat, oh, the STB1's a bad medium, I'd be like, no, it's not. Stop the cap. It's an amazing tank. You know what's bad is my ping. Why the heck is my ping 200 right now? That's absolutely awful. This fork, I honestly don't care. I'm not continuing this conversation. You are still arguing the same thing you've been arguing for the past 15-20 minutes now. You're still on planet. The DPM is mid. Whatever. I don't care. You win, bro. The DPM's mid. You win. Congrats. You get a sticker. It's called I'm the most persistent person ever. Thank you for the donation, KK. For me, I prefer the 3-shot on the bat chat. Both guns I like. I'm not sure which one I like better, to be fair. The only problem I have with the 3-shot on the boss shot Tion is that the DPM is quite a bit worse. Also, I'm cooked. I don't know what to do here. Like, E5 on my rear, 907 on my front. I really don't know what to do here. I mean, this 907's trying his best to shoot me, and he's failing miserably. But the problem is, I still have to deal with the 907. I still have to deal with the 5. I do have some teammates over here, though, at least. Okay, 907 jumped off. That's good. That helps me out a lot. Alright, now we can move over here. Get a nice shell into you. Get a bounce. I'm not arguing. I just mentioned a number. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You're literally arguing. I just mentioned a number that had to do with its DPM. With Cal. Ah. Oh well. I did alright. But MRX are fun, aren't they? They're very, very fun. STB has gotten nerfed in its armor. It hasn't. In fact, I'd like for you to show me where it got nerfed on its armor. When you can show me that, I'll listen to you. But until then, it didn't get nerfed on its armor. Also, Disfork, just for a little refresher for you. Fun fact. 2200 is still higher than the average. Fun fact, you can put Kali on most heavies, and they'll be 2100 DPM to 2000. Let's see what's considered average damage per minute for a tier 9 heavy, guys. Let's see. Personally, I would consider a vehicle that is fairly average DPM to probably be something like a... I don't know, a Fanric? That's 2270 DPM. That's still on the lower end in terms of ranking. Okay, Type 68's got pretty good DPM. No, that's too good. That's one of the highest DPM tier 9s. Maybe BZ68. Nope. That's one of the lowest. IS8's too high. ST1? Nope. We gotta find something that's like 17. What's the 17th? E75. There you go. Alright guys, so this here is the average DPM for a heavy tank in the game. But remember, you have to put Kali on it because that was his argument. So the average DPM of a heavy in tier 9 is 2175. The average DPM of the Conf Panzer 70, or not 70, KPZ 07 with Kali is 2268. So it has 100 more damage per minute than average. There you go. Hopefully you enjoyed today's stream. If you'd like to see more like it, as always, please consider smashing that subscribe button. I will be streaming more tomorrow. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go eat dinner. So I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.